Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. There's a new XRP machine, and it works. Here, I'll show you. Here's a picture of the thing right here, XR Plug. And the reason I came across it, well, somebody sent me this article. I'll highlight in just a second to give a shout out, but this is titled, Ripple's XRP Wants to Compete with IOTA with New Project, and I read that headline and I thought, what the hell are they talking about? XRP and IOTA, those two cryptocurrencies I have not seen in the same headline or story until today, ever. So I was like, what the hell are they talking about? But going to talk about that, and this headline also caught my attention. This is from Cointelegraph. Today, just a few hours ago, they put this out. Thai Stellar-based startup Lightnet raises $31 million to replace Swift. But what? That's what Ripple's trying to do. Replace or at least take substantial market share away from Swift, right? How about that? So I'm going to share with you the news on that. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP and you just like the idea of something existing that is an XRP machine, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. I like it too. So a shout out to Poochie here who tagged me in this story. Very much appreciate this, good sir. You've been sending a lot of good stuff my way. I really do appreciate it. So here we go again. Ripple's XRP wants to compete with IOTA with new project, and of course, the other thing that caught my attention when reading that, it made me thought, XRP wants to compete with IOTA, and so thanks to this headline, I realized that XRP is sentient, it has a consciousness, and it is choosing to compete with IOTA because that makes sense. Ripple's XRP. Oh Lord! Some of the ways that they craft these headlines, it's just if you're in crypto media, like I just feel like a lot of people should know better, than to craft nonsensical headlines like that. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, cryptocurrencies such as XRP or IOTA not only function as an alternative means of payment to fiat money, but also have far-reaching application possibilities in practice. IOTA is seen as the cryptocurrency for machines, which enables autonomous payments between different electronic devices. The Ripple community has also developed a new project, which is currently causing a stir. And by the way, there's actual utility to this, which is why I'm happy to report this. We'll see to what degree any of this gets adopted. You never technically know. But I just like that all sorts of developers are trying all sorts of different things, building on top of the XRP ledger and utilizing XRP. This is cool stuff. It's such early days. We don't know, again, what's going to staying power. But I'd say I'm highly confident that Ripple positioning XRP as a bridge currency, that makes all the sense in the freaking world. That's going to happen. Not financial advice, just to be clear, but that's my firm belief, is that XRP will have staying power, even just with that use case. And you got what Coil's doing, with a new form of web monetization utilizing XRP and Interledger protocol. Anyway, Alloy Networks and Zapod Standard Hub have released a fully autonomous electrical relay board that can be switched on and off using Ripple's native currency, XRP. Now, that grinds my gears. And XRP is not Ripple's native anything. XRP's, oh my God, all right, I'll stop. According to a tweet from the project's founder, the relay board has an XRP token displayed that shows the current account balance of the amount of XRP received. And I think I'm actually going to just jump into the actual Twitter thread here and just share this with you, the actual specifics. And there was a short video clip here, it's just 12 seconds long, showing the real-world actual use of this. It looks like just some sort of test, and you can see it on the screen right now if you want to take a look. It's just playing on loop. So here's a tweet from Alloy Networks in Estonia. Coming soon to a switchboard near you, a fully autonomous electric relay board that switches on and off based on XRP received. Now, that's significant. You'll see use cases proposed in just a moment. That's why. And then they write, each relay has its own DT or X address, individually configurable. And then they proceed. So they wrote their own little chain. I'm going to read all of these just in a row here. They're all from Alloy Networks, who created this thing. There are social and commercial aspects to this project. Keeping this in mind, the following was considered. Number 1, low-cost components, only microcontrolled based. Number 2, easy installation and replacement. Number 3, rugged casing, WIP. 4, ability to handle high AC loads. 5, energy monitoring combined with local billing rates / cycles. autonomy for instant use applications, and then in parentheses they write more commercial, such as vending machines. So there's one potential use case, for example. Store and forward for social giving, such as donation by diaspora directly towards funding utilities. And then they write, there is a lot of work to do in this project. This is only the beginning. Combined with low footprint edge XRP ledger nodes such as those that @Code Tsunami has demonstrated, clusters of devices that control diverse devices can be created, all accepting payment instantly. So it looks like, the way I'm reading this, it's like XRP actually used in payment for seemingly anything, just about real stuff there. So cool. I just like that people are out there actually building on top of the XRP ledger. And so why is XRP being chosen? Well, I'll tell you what. It's very fast and it's very inexpensive to conduct transactions on the XRP ledger. Fractions of a penny. So I would definitely pick that over Bitcoin, for example. But, All right, next. From Cointelegraph, Thai Stellar-based startup Lightnet raises $31 million to replace Swift. Now, I don't thoroughly or regularly research what's going on with Stellar here. I spend most of my time just looking at what's going on with the XRP, the whole ecosystem that Ripple's building out with the way they're envisioning XRP to be used as a bridge currency. And so it was interesting running through this because I will tell you, in the little over 2 years that I've been in the world of crypto here, I can't recall, at least off the top of my head, a whole lot of articles talking about how Stellar's trying to replace Swift. What I've always seen is that they want to bank the unbanked and things along those lines, and they're still talking along those lines most certainly here. But this is interesting, and so. Wait till I'll have to show you. So Lightnet, I wasn't familiar with them. If I had ever heard of them before, then I just did not recall. But they are actually a fintech company, and they are utilizing Stellar technology here. So kind of from what I understand at this point, Lightnet, you can think of them as trying to do conceptually perhaps what Ripple's doing the same, but I don't know in terms of settlement that they're positioning Lumens to actually be used. It seems that they're it's like some sort of centralized solution. I'll give you the specific wording, but some sort of centralized solution for moving money around a specific region. That's the way that I kind of read it. So, Thai Stellar-based blockchain startup Lightnet has raised $31.2 million to boost cross-border payments in Southeast Asian countries. The Bangkok-headquartered firm has completed a Series A funding round led by major financial conglomerates in this region, Singaporean United Overseas Bank, UOB, and South Korea's Hanwha Investment and Securities, Business Insider Malaysia reports on January 10th, which is today. Implementing the Stellar blockchain, a major blockchain protocol that is used to operate eponymous cryptocurrencies Stellar Lumens, XLM, Lightnet has a brave plan to replace established payment systems like SWIFT in Southeast Asian markets, the report notes. Now, chairman at Lightnet says that Lightnet is designed to offer low-cost and instant financial inclusivity and mobility to the 4 billion lives across Asia-Pacific. Specifically, the firm is planning to promote financial mobility and inclusivity for the unbanked and underbanked Asians, the report notes. Now, that type of language is what I'm accustomed to, and the specifics of exactly what that meant, I'll tell you what, even in 2017 when I was researching, the top few dozen cryptocurrencies, and after a few dozen, I got to the point where I was like, oh my God, none of them are potentially going to be used for anything, really, except for XRP, at least not anytime soon. And so I saw the utility with XRP, but in the most heavy research I ever did on Stellar, and I have been technically throughout because as stories come, of course, I always cover them, I read them, but the heaviest I did was a couple years ago, and it's not completely fresh in my head, but there was never anything that I came across in terms of positioning Lumens the same way that XRP is being positioned as a bridge currency, and I haven't seen that in anything that was covered here today. So as far as what the ultimate vision is for that, and potential real world adoption, it remains to be seen, frankly, from what I've seen. If you have any specific information, because I think that we should all be learning together. If you know something that I don't know about this, please drop it below, and I'd love to share it on the channel. Of course, I always love giving credit to people when they send valuable information my way as well. Anyway, as reported, other investors included Japanese 7 Bank, which owns all the 7-Eleven stores in Japan and nearly 69,200 convenience stores globally, as well as Hong Kong-based token fund Hashkey Capital, a Singaporean blockchain-focused venture capital firm Signum Capital, and Hong Kong-based investment holding firm Uni President Asset Holdings. The latter reportedly owns 9,000 Starbucks and 7-Eleven across Taiwan, China, and the Philippines. Now let me hop over to this part here. So I went to this actual press release here. You can see the proceeds from the latest fundraising round will go towards strengthening LightNet's investment in the underlying blockchain technology on the Stellar network and to build a next generation financial mobility network. So it's not clear beyond that. They're not really spelling out the specifics here. And then I scrolled a little further. I think there's something down here I wanted to cover also. I think it was this part right here. Here you go. Oh yeah, LightNet is a Thailand-based fintech company that was established to promote financial mobility and inclusivity for the unbanked and underbanked Asians with blockchain technology. So, fintech, just like Ripple is a fintech company, but again, the specifics of how this would impact a cryptocurrency, which is what we're most interested in as XRP holders, remains to be seen. And then they write, by connecting existing financial system with its vast network of non-bank agents and fiat transaction network, the startup aims to improve the efficiency, convenience, and affordability of legal remittance and payment systems. And even here, and here's the last thing I'll show you before I wrap up the video here, they write, our solution here, this is the official LightNet website here. LightNet aims to be frictionless settlement hub for the region to provide centralized real-time settlement. Now, I think they meant to write centralized. I think there's perhaps, perhaps not the necessary level of fluency with this particular language. And so I think that's why there's probably no D. I don't think it was a typo. It just seems like a broken sentence, sort of. But LightNet aims to be frictionless. They mean a frictionless settlement hub. But they're stating right there that this is some sort of centralized solution. And so in terms of settlement, I don't know. They got 3 bullets here. Reduce end-to-end settlement time. Okay. And then the next one is provide better ethics by utilizing untapped volume. And the next is full visibility, straight through processing, and data-rich transactions. So I'll report more as I learn more. We can learn together. Yay! All right, that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!